This is the workshop of a Lambretta dealer. The same problems of functional organization and order as in your sub-agency, but of course on a larger scale to satisfy a larger clientele.
I've never seen such organization. How many staff are there here?
A great many. Whilst you and your sub-agency are manager, tester, and workshop foreman, in a dealer's establishment, each one of these jobs is done by a separate person. The workshop foreman, the dealer's manager, and the chief tester.
I'm doing three fellas' work then.
That's right.
But what, for example, what's the job of the workshop foreman?
His job's strictly technical. Isn't it?
Exactly. I'm responsible for the quality of all work and punctuality in delivery. In addition, I have to advise my head office of the eventual repetitions and breakdowns and defects.
Excuse me, what's that for?
That chain, that indicates to the clients that they can't come in here.
Amazing, but who does the client talk to?
That man there.
That man there, the chief tester, is receiving a client.
May I?
Please, make yourself at home.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
It's let me down. It's lost its pep. Please fix it for me, but I need it for tomorrow, see?
But exactly what's wrong with it?
How should I know? I only know it doesn't go. Try it.
Very well. Test plates. Piston and the rings are done for. How many miles has he done? Over 28,000. What does he expect? The motor won't last forever. He'll have to have a rebore, and that'll take at least 3 days.
Well?
If you want us to make a good job of it, you'll have to have a rebore.
A rebore? And how long will that take?
Oh, a minimum of 4 days.
But didn't he say 3 days?
Quiet.
4 days? That's frightful. What'll I do?
But, after all, since you're one of our oldest clients, we'll do our best to let you have it in only 3 days. Is that all right?
3 days? That's better. Much better. But mine, 3 days, eh? Morning.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
As you must have seen with clients, a little white lie is sometimes inevitable if you want to convince them to give you the time that's necessary to carry out the repairs. On the other hand, it's better this way than that.
Come back tomorrow evening. I'll have it ready.
Hey, what do you mean? It's not ready yet? Why? If I'd known, I'd have taken it somewhere else.
But
The importance of respecting the time of delivery promised to the client is vital.
But is this all you have to do?
I wish it were. Look here. I must receive the clients and inspire their confidence. Diagnose the troubles of the motor vehicle. Determine the entity of the repairs needed. Establish the date of delivery. Compile the worksheet covering the motor vehicle to be taken into workshops. Test all the motor vehicles before they're delivered. These are the jobs of the chief tester. It not only requires the utmost precision, but above all, patience in order for a chief tester to become the person who is completely trusted by the clientele. Of course, it isn't always as easy as all that. Well, I'll have to first look at the motor before I can give you an estimate, you know. Tomorrow, I'll be able to tell you the cost.
Yes, but how much? How much roughly?
Well, now, look, I might overestimate or I might underestimate. In either case, it wouldn't be fair. So, I must first look at the motor.
Oh, very well.
You see, this is the best way for you to behave. Because the determining of a defect is an operation of the greatest delicacy. So, if you find yourself embarrassed, it's better to behave like that. After all, you must understand it's here that we keep our clients. If here we are as efficient as possible, not only will we have done our job with the minimum expenditure of time and energy, but we'll have made things a lot easier for the fellows over there.
Where? Over there in the showrooms?
Yes, in the sales department of our agency. Look, he's an old client of ours. He thinks I'm a magician with the motor. And that's our manager.
The dealer's manager.
Well, you see, it's more than 3 years old. I want to buy the new model now.
And was it satisfactory?
Perfectly satisfactory. Except for some minor trouble.
Which we put right immediately.
Immediately. No complaints. I've had every assistance possible from the Innocenti.
Did you hear what he said? From the Innocenti. Of course, the clients always tend to identify the dealer and the sub-agent with the Innocenti.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. Your showroom is very modern. My compliments.
Thank you. Oh, you've seen the workshops, the reception, and the showroom. Now, to complete your visit, I'd like to show you where we keep the spare parts. This way. As you can see, the spare parts store connects directly with the workshop and with the sales department, which is open to the public. This way. Here, there is a place for everything. You will notice that each part is filed in its own separate pigeonhole, where it is kept according to its part number to make it easy to find.
Excuse me, what are these cards for?
Well now, all the particulars are registered so as not to order parts already in stock and to permit us to place timely orders for the parts which are missing. In fact, as you can see, it's shown here. Stock minimum and stock maximum. And look, these two figures are extremely important because they help us to avoid accumulating parts which are difficult to dispose of. You understand? Obviously, it is in our interest to stop useless stock accumulating.
In fact, it's just like my sub-agency, and on a much larger scale, naturally.
Oh, of course. The same problems of organization.
What a terrific job, though, organizing all this.
Well, to tell the truth, yes. But I'm very grateful for the advice the Innocenti gives in this little booklet here. Because, as you see, to sell a Lambretta, or in other words, to acquire a client, is not difficult. And as you can see, it's written here. Once a practical sales policy is established, what counts is organization. Fundamentally, our aim is to see that the satisfied client returns.
So that is the responsibility of every Innocenti dealer and sub-agent. With this film, we wanted to remind you that a disorganized and unattractive repair service certainly does not attract the client and frequently makes him refuse the service and go elsewhere for his repairs and to restore his lost confidence. That's very bad, but easily avoided if some basic rules are adhered to. All shops, workshops, showrooms, and so on, clean, tidy, in a word, attractive. Efficient equipment and, above all, suitable for the job they have to do. The Lambretta spare parts normally required must not be lacking in the store, and they must always bear the label which guarantees that they are original Lambretta spares. Placards, signs, and other indications must be easy to see and read and attract the client's attention. You remember? Become the person completely trusted by his clients. Therefore, courtesy and precision in all dealings with customers. Exactitude in estimates for repairs. Efficiency in carrying them out. And punctuality in deliveries. Now this is important too. Don't forget to send in the periodical breakdown report to the factory. The handbook, Rules for the Organization of a Lambretta Service, suggests and develops these ideas. Read it carefully, please. At least once. 14 years have passed since the first Lambretta was born. And after 14 years, the Innocenti is still on the high road of progress. This progress continues.